recording this so that others can also partake in this information who can't be here at this time because of the time change. I know we have some people in Europe that registered, and they are obviously sleeping. So we're trying to accommodate as many people, and that's the beauty of doing this virtually, right? We can accommodate all kinds of time zones and people's schedules. So for yourself as well, if you have to jump off, that's totally fine. You can get with me after personally by email. We can always chat, or of course the recording. So today what I really want to talk about is creating a strong, healthy, resilient you. We want to change this paradigm of fear into empowerment. We want to change the story of how strong is the virus or how strong is the disease to how strong is our host. How strong are we within? And being healthy is a choice, just like anything else. And it starts with the choices that you make every single day. So first of all, I want you to reflect on why. Why do you want to be healthy? What is your driving purpose to be here today to learn about being stronger and healthier and more resilient? And if you have a pen and paper, I want you to grab it and write down what it is that drives you. Why do you want to be healthier and more resilient? And that way you can look at it every single day and really internalize that, so that you can, when time is tough and when you have difficult choices to make, like we're going to talk about in a little bit, like I don't want to go to the gym, or I really want this certain food over this other food, you have to look at that why. Why do you want to be healthier, right? And sometimes it's really obvious and sometimes it's not. So ask yourself, if you're not sure why, ask yourself, how would your life look like on a daily, a yearly, and a long-term basis if you were to be healthier? If you were to maybe get your blood sugar under control, or if you were to lose weight, or if you were to be more stronger, physically stronger, what would it do? What would you accomplish with that goal done? Again, what would you accomplish in just a few days, in the next month? What would you accomplish in the next year or long term? What would that look like? How much money could you save financially on medical visits or anything else that you might be spending your money on in your health? How much money could you actually save if you were more proactive and did those things for yourself? What would that do for your family? Where could you reallocate that money, right? Sometimes it's so exciting. Like, well, if somebody who has, high cholesterol and they're spending tons of money on their medications, and if they made some lifestyle choices that were different to create a healthier, more stronger, resilient body, what would that look like if you had less sick days at work and you could take more vacation days? What would it look like if you didn't have to pay all that money for your copay for that medicine and you could spend it on other things, right? I want you to be clear with that. I want you to see how would it feel and really internalize that feeling emotionally so that you can create it. And the more, if you see yourself, being able to go for a walk with your kids, or if you see yourself being able to, swim longer distances, or just simply be able to go to a restaurant and feel free and healthy and strong, and, be able to go to pay for a healthier restaurant to go to. How does that feel when you're in that moment? So that when you read your why, you can get that feeling. Okay. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that in a bit, but I really want to bring that in because there is a huge benefit to creating a healthier life. Not only are you going to reduce your current costs, but your future costs are going to be much reduced, and it's going to reduce your risk of chronic disease later on. Specifically, what we're talking about today is developing metabolic syndrome, which is a cluster of different symptoms, and you might only have one or two or so, but over half of Americans over the age 40 have been diagnosed with some sort of metabolic syndrome. All right, and this is serious. During this pandemic, it is not about the virus. We want to talk about how strong is your body? How much can your body fight back when faced with adversity? So metabolic syndrome is a group of different risk factors that causes different diseases. So the 5 risk factors are things like high blood pressure, high fasting triglycerides, okay? And the triglycerides is like the end product after you digest and break down the fats in your food. There's still too many in your body. The other thing is low HDL cholesterol. So you have, you don't have enough of the good cholesterol that you need in your body. And high fasting blood sugar, or blood glucose, sorry. So that's an insulin resistance, diabetes type syndrome, or abdominal obesity. So if you have 3 of those 5, you have been diagnosed with a metabolic syndrome of some sort. Otherwise, it could create that. But what we really want to point out is that any of these things can hinder our immune system and the way that our body functions. And so we won't be able to respond appropriately to viruses or other dangers that our body encounters. And that is what we want to talk about, is how do we become more resilient? How do you make different choices? So obesity, for one, may not seem very serious, but inflammation, obesity is a type of inflammation, too much fat, but in that fat stores are toxins, and it causes inflammation in our body that weakens our immune system and can reduce our ability to fight against other pathogens. So this is extremely important every single day as we encounter airborne anything throughout every single year of our life. Diabetes is it is from insulin response, right? Lack of, or it's not functioning properly. So insulin is a hormone that's made by your pancreas. And when the sugar enters the cells, it's used as energy. And so normally your digestive system will breaks the sugar down to create energy in your body. But what's happening is that it is not responding properly. And so your body kind of keeps making insulin, but it's not linking, it's not breaking it down. So then you end up with too much sugar in your body, and the insulin that your body is making, it's not responding properly. It's not communicating. And what happens is that your gut, it becomes unhealthy, and your immune cells that regulate the immune system, they are affected as well, because they need that metabolic response to create all the immune cells that you need as well. So research has really shown that the immune cells help safeguard the immune system, and they are regulated, or the signals are received from the insulin. So if your insulin levels aren't healthy, then your immune system isn't healthy either. And that's why right now, if you listen, that is one of the risk factors of being more susceptible to viruses. And it's not because of specifically that disease, it's what it does to your entire body and how it decreases your resiliency, decreases the function of your immune system. So very important to make our healthy choices today. All of these things are choices that can create a reverse in the diseases. And when I work one-on-one with people, I help you create a balanced plan so that you can take those action steps one step at a time to get to the point where you can reverse those diseases, or at least live a much healthier, more resilient life. So we all have excuses for why we're not living the ideal healthy lifestyle, right? Maybe we don't have time. Our job doesn't make it very possible. I can't afford a healthy lifestyle. These are all excuses that I've said at one time or another for myself, or I've heard from many people. Right now, my kids are always around. It makes it very difficult. But you know what? It all comes down to what choices I want to make in my everyday life. So if you don't know how to be healthy, that's what I'm here for, right? That's what we at Rossi Chiropractic Center really want to teach you, is how to become your own healer, and become empowered in your own health. So in reality, those excuses are just barriers that we're creating that are standing in our way, but we can break through those. And it is based around habits. So we want to take those action steps to create better habits. And they can be, those belief systems can be pretty deeply rooted. So we want to work at looking at, where does that feeling come from? Does it come from lack of self-worth? Does it come from lack of self-love? Maybe poor mental health? These can all play a role in stopping you in creating better health. And so it's very important to address your emotions that are tied to it. And they will come up over time as well. And it's okay. We will work together at moving past those things. But it is important to work with the emotions to create that healthier journey, because your emotions a lot of times will create the exact disease. We store different emotions in different areas, and that's actually a separate webinar that I do a couple times a year, specifically on emotions, because it is so important to address. So we want to look at what those barriers are, but we can't let them stop us. That's why it's important to have that why posted on the wall, on your mirror, so that you can move forward towards what you want to create in your life. So we must find the time to create a healthier lifestyle. And yes, it can be challenging for people, but it doesn't have to take a long time. You want to create for success. So first of all, I want to talk about the foundation to our health, which is going to be in our gut, and it's going to be in our nutrition. So what we eat every day is going to have a huge impact in how we live our lives, what our immune system is doing, what our emotions are doing, and how our body functions. If we feed it junk, we are going to express junk in all different ways, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, right? And so we want to look at that. So it's very important to understand what supplements that you're taking, what foods that you're eating. Look at your pantry. If you open your pantry right now and you see that food selection, what does it tell you? What message is it sending you? Does it send you like, wow, I really do love my body and I take care of myself? Or does it say, I have a lot of maybe sugary comfort foods, you might call them, or are they promoting health, or are they promoting sickness and disease? So look at your pantry. That's going to be a great thing. It's important to know that you're taking whole food supplements, right? Make sure you know where they're coming from. Where are they being sourced from? Where are those ingredients coming from? Do you know the background to it? So one of the great foundations of supplements that I take is the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is the doTERRA supplement base, which I absolutely love. And this class is not about that, but I can't go without mentioning it, because it's a trio pack of your omega fatty acids, your multivitamins, and your cellular health complex, infused with some of the key essential oils for digestion, to make sure that you're maximizing what you're getting out of it, making sure that your body knows exactly what to do with it. So I do love that, and that's what I take every day as my family, and it makes supplement taking actually more affordable as well. So you want to know that. You want to know what are you taking there, and eliminate any foods that aren't serving you. All right. So sugar is going to feed the disease. Sugar is going to feed the inflammation and the metabolic syndrome. We want to avoid those, but it doesn't mean you have to miss out on certain things. So that is part of what I will help you with along in the coaching, is finding recipes that you like. Maybe if there's a certain thing that you are looking for, you let me know. And there's so many options for you out there. Again, it comes back to a choice. You have a choice each and every day in what you do. So the other thing that is really going to affect, let's go back to mentality around food. When you're reaching for something, are you reaching for a healthy choice? Is it really what you want to eat? Or do your vegetables go bad in your refrigerator because they aren't being eaten, right? And then when it comes to exercise, that's another foundational healthy habit that we need to be doing every single day, is moving our body. When we get that blood circulation, we get your heart pumping, we make sure that everything is being able to, all the toxins are flushing out, and that our body can heal itself, that it can activate itself. And so when we are doing that, a lot of people say, well, I don't have time to exercise. My work doesn't do it. I have to leave so early in the morning. Right now, we might not have to leave so early, but we have our kids to take care of on top of having to work all day. And then really doing that work from home parent schedule. Or maybe you're a student and you're always studying. You always have to study, and there's all these huge demands on you. Here's the thing. It doesn't have to be much. I'm not saying you have to exercise for an hour a day or 2 hours a day. Even if you did 5 minutes, that would be amazing. And that is a lot more than some people are even getting right now. So you pick a time that is sustainable. You pick a time that you can create that healthy habit with. So if you have a favorite show, you don't put it on until you've done at least 5 minutes of exercise. You make a commitment to yourself to create a healthier, more resilient body. And so, or maybe during the first 5 minutes or between shows or at a commercial, you can do a certain exercises. Get down and do a plank, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, maybe run in place or do some jumping jacks. One of the things I did when I get out of pattern and I maybe drop my exercise for a while for whatever reason, I will start back with starting my morning when I get up, and I might do my morning bathroom or something. Then I will do at least a 1 minute of jumping jacks, and then I will do a minute of planking. And you just start with 2 minutes of exercise. Everybody can do that. I promise you, you can find the time. Or, while you're stirring, you're making your dinner and you're stirring, and instead of just standing there, get down and do something. Instead of driving, I have a community pool in my neighborhood, and it would be so easy to drive there. But instead we walk. We make our kids walk, and they would rather drive because it's like a 7-minute walk or something like that, right? And we make them walk. So you can make that choice. If you have a grocery store nearby, you can make that choice for yourself. Okay? Remember, healthy is a choice. So if you need accountability, that is very important in creating that. So we have our healthy foundation of nutrition. We have our exercise. One of the next things that you want to do to create a healthier body and healthier environment and host is to rest and manage your stress. Included in that is going to be your emotions, processing through your emotions, creating stress. One of the things that I love to use to create a healthier environment in our home is essential oils. It is so powerful. Aromatherapy takes 20 seconds. You put an essential oil on your skin and it's hit your bloodstream, right? And within just a few minutes, it's hit every organ in your body. Is the power of essential oils, the power of nature, specifically when we use them. But when you breathe in an essential oil, so if I could take this one right here, Clary Sage, I had done a post earlier on today, so it's right here. If I put a drop of essential oil in my hand, I rub my hands together, When I breathe that in, right here behind my nose is the olfactory nerves, and that goes right into my brain, right into the limbic system, which is the emotional seat of the brain, and it creates a different effect. It creates a response in my body immediately. So the power of aromatherapy, and when you're using certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils like doTERRA's essential oils, you will see a difference. I guarantee it. It is one of the tools that I was introduced to only 5 years ago. I have been doing all the other things I've been talking about pretty much my whole life, right? I've fallen off just like anybody else from time to time. But essential oils, I was introduced to only 5 years ago, and it was a huge life-changing product and tool that helped me work through the emotions, for one, that were blocking me. That was, I would use the aromatherapy to help motivate me when I didn't want to help curb cravings when I really wanted to eat something that I shouldn't, and to help manage my stress and sleep better. Sleep is so, so very important. We want to try to create a rhythm with our sleep, because when we sleep is when our body gets to heal. It's when it gets to rest and our mind gets to rest so that it can focus on healing what needs more attention. All right. So our sleep is very important. We want to look at, 7 to 9 hours for an adult. We want to look at even more for our kids, getting even more sleep depending on their ages. And so the essential oils are a powerful tool that you can use if you have any sleep issues or any stress and emotional issues. And that's something, again, that we can go through more personalized based on what your needs are and what your situation is. So very important step. And then you also want to be very proactive in your healthcare. This could be of course, with your chiropractic care. Somebody who is under regular chiropractic care, their immune system and their nervous system, or their immune system per se, functions much higher, much stronger, and much more efficient. So faster, more efficient, right? We get the results quicker when we're under regular chiropractic care compared to somebody who is not. So when you are wanting to strengthen your host, we're wanting to strengthen our body, be more resilient, that is also very essential to our health. What else are you doing proactively to take care of yourself? Maybe some massage, some acupuncture, or anything else that you might be doing. All right. So very important. Some of the key things that I incorporate in my body, in my day-to-day life, are those things. I wake up, I will do some exercise. I take my supplements. I do some affirmations, some visualization. I make sure that my mind and my emotions are in the right place. And if at any point in the day we tend to fall off, that's where we get to refocus, right? And then I use my essential oils to help me get motivated and put me in the right place, help me ground to get started in my day. Then, of course, I have my weekly chiropractic care. Some of the supplements, additionally, on top of my foundational supplements of lifelong vitality, I love to take the vitamin D to create a stronger immune system, stronger immune response, healthy hormones as well. Vitamin D is very important for our hormones and is linked in the research to decrease of a lot of metabolic diseases, abnormal cells. It helps create healthy cells and helps boost your immune system. So very important. Some other ones that I do love to take are the On Guard essential oil, which is a immune blend, or a blend of essential oils that's very immune boosting and high in antioxidants. It has clove essential oil in there, which is nature's food that is highest in antioxidants. So we all know that blueberries are really high in antioxidants. Acai berries and goji berries, those are all very high in antioxidants. But clove oil is actually the highest food. So comparatively, if on the scale of, it's called the ORAC scale, it's on our antioxidant scale here, we have blueberries that, sorry, carrots are at 200. Blueberries are at 4,000. Gosh, the numbers are dropping me right now, but 4,000, so much higher than carrots. But clove essential oil is at 1,078,000. So it is, I mean, even if I got my numbers wrong at the bottom, because I'm actually dropping them right now, clove oil is way, 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 way higher than anything else we have in nature. So taking a drop of the On Guard essential oil, which has wild orange, which is wonderful to decrease in our stress, help uplift our mood. It has that clove essential oil, which is immune boosting and high in antioxidants. Absolutely wonderful. Another one that I love to take every day is Melissa essential oil. Melissa essential oil has a lot of amazing health properties as well as emotional properties. So the way I like to do that one, I don't have it in front of me, but I'm going to show you because it's a pricey oil. And one of the things that I love to do is basically put my thumb on the top of it and then flip it upside down. And then I'll put it on the roof of my mouth like that. And then I'll hold it there for about 20 seconds. Okay. It is safe to take internally when it's a doTERRA brand. And the reason being is that they are tested to make sure that they have not been adulterated. They've been tested by a third party. And they will say on there that they are, like, they have a little box that says that it is food grade, so that you can really know that it is safe to take internally for you. All right. So very important when you're taking your supplements that any supplement that you take, that you know where it's being sourced from, that you know how to safely take it. And if you're working with me, you already know that I will walk you along, helping you create that, helping you create a successful system for yourself, so that you take baby steps if you need it, giant steps if you're ready, or start running when you're ready. And I will be right there, either taking those baby steps with you or running alongside with you, because you are worth it. And you get to choose every single day what you want to do to create a healthier, happier life. And these foundational steps are going to help you create a stronger, more resilient you. So again, look at your nutrition, look at your exercise, your rest, managing your stress, your emotions, and are you being proactive with your health care, your chiropractic care, or any other care that you're getting? Those things are going to help strengthen your body, create a stronger, healthier, and more resilient you. And you are worth it. And when you do that, you have nothing to fear, because you are making a choice. And your body will match that vibration, and you will be able to combat anything you come across. I'm here for you. Have a wonderful day. Blessings.